When I took my son to his hair salon the other day, the hairdresser asked, "Sir, what is this new company? L something? Is it good?" He knew I review phones, so I showed him the phone which I was testing then. What that incident reflected was, in short duration, LeTv, now globally rebranded as LeEco, has caught the attention of the people with its blitzkrieg promotional campaigns. Of course, any good pre-sale promotional campaigns can give the initial leverage for the company, but it can only be sustained if the product was equally good. In this LeEco Le1s review, I share my thoughts on the phone that the company now claims to have sold 70,000 units in 2 seconds in their first flash sale in India. A very impressive number if it is true. Prior to Le1s, I was using the gigantic Le1s, the other smartphone from the company they are launching in India. It has a 6.33-inch display, and when I started using the Le1s, it felt smaller, even though it has a 5.5-inch display. The Le1s is priced competitively at Rs 10,999 in India, a price band that is witnessing the most action here. You can also check the review of the Le Max in case you are interested. I will share the link here. Now, getting back to the Le1s, let's begin with the design and build quality. Cast in an all-metal aluminum body, the Le1s is a solid phone to hold on. At 169 grams, it balances the metal body and the weight fairly well. The 7.6 mm thickness makes it pleasant to hold, a right waistline that is not skinny nor hefty. The rose gold works well and is the flavor of the season. It is refreshing shade considering we have seen a lot of traditional blacks, whites and a metallic shades of silver grey and gold of late. The right side has the traditional positioning of the power button and the volume rocker. The edges of the sides are chamfered, giving it a clean looks and smooth handling. The left side has the ejectable SIM tray. It can accommodate one nano SIM and another micro SIM with no provision for micro SD card. The bottom has the USB Type-C port with a 2-speaker grill flanking each, but it is still a mono speaker with the only right grill acting as the speaker and the other for visual balance, and also fits in a microphone. There are antenna cutouts too. The top has the audio jack and IR blaster and antenna strips. LeEco claims its mirror surface fingerprint scanner is the first of its kind. The rear houses the 13 megapixel rear camera and the right top corner with the LED flash next to each. A microphone is also positioned on the top. A darker shade panel on the top and half adds to the visual appeal. The mirror can also get smudged and you might need a little bit of cleaning now and then. In a nutshell, the rear looks neat. The front has a black bezel which feels a bit prominent due to the rose gold panel on top and bottom. The front chin has 3 touch buttons and a backlit, which is very rare to find these days even in mid-segment devices. When not lit, there are no visible markings for the buttons. The front also has a notification light on the top. Now let's move to the display. The Le1s comes with a 5.5-inch IPS display with a full HD resolution. The display is also pretty good with good color vividness and depth. The blacks are deep and impressive. It has a 1100 to 1 contrast ratio and also a 80% NTSC color gamut. In the display settings, you can adjust to a couple of presets: LeTv, Vivid, Natural and Soft. The display settings option also include a scale view and font size adjustments. Soft is akin to the blue light filter which we are recently seeing in many phones. If you are using the phones on a long usage for say browsing or reading ebooks, you can shift to this blue filter mode and it reduces the eye strain. Software. Stock Android is parked at Nexus and Motorola devices, and most OEMs steer up their own user interface, and LeEco is no different, and they come up with a user interface and calls it EUI Eco UI. It is based out of Android 5.0 but has a different feel to it. It's almost like iOS. There are no app drawers and all apps are housed on the home screen. The notable shift from the standard Android layout we are familiar with is the positioning of the quick access settings and toggles, or what we call control center. Usually in typical Android devices you access them at the notification shade, but EUI plays it differently. The notification shade shows you just the notification, and also you can access the notification settings. The control center is integrated to the multitasking screen. So pressing the multitasking button, open the screen that shows all the open apps and one click to clear apps occupying the bottom half, while the quick access of the toggle settings are at the above. This shift takes a bit of time to get adjusted to, but once you get adjusted, it's fairly easy. The settings menu is divided into two toggles, system settings and app settings. There are areas to improve on the UI, but otherwise the UI looks clean with minimum pre-installed apps and bloatware. There are no theme stores and it has a dozen themes to choose from. There are no fancy gesture options either, which in any case I always find to be waste of resources. The Le1s comes with the IR blaster and a remote app, so you can use it as a remote too. I have made a video listing out the various features you get with the LeEco UI. Please take a look at it in case you want to know the entire list of features you can avail of. The fingerprint scanner works well, but it's not necessarily the quickest as the company claims to be, but it does its work better. You can also use the fingerprint scanner to snap a picture. Now, all important point, the performance. Le1s engages a MediaTek chipset with a Helio X10 extension, complemented with a 3GB of RAM and a PowerVR G6200 GPU. There is no provision for microSD card, but a 32GB should keep most of us happy. The big question is performance. The Le1s handles the day-to-day task really well. The multitasking is better, and for those who are into gaming, it plays, but a keen gamer can notice certain frame drops and a slight slowdown in graphics. I reiterate, these are noticeable by avid gamer, but for casual gamer it still works. The call quality is good, and even the audio leaves no room for complaint. What was impressive was the battery performance. The 3000 mAh battery gave me a 5 hours on screen time with the phone going past a day of use. It also features a fast charge. I have done a separate video on the battery performance report. Please take a look in case you want to know more about the battery performance of the Le1s. Now the camera. The daylight pictures strike a sweet spot and the color reproduction was decent, but still with the intense rays in the entry-level mid-segment, there are phones that outdo the Le1s in terms of photography, especially the likes of K4 Note. Having said that, the Le1s does take a good pictures overall. The selfie camera was a bit of a letdown. It messes up in the color algorithm, and I think the LeEco could fix it with a software update. Even when we try to touch focus, sometimes the pictures get overexposed. So there are few points, few concerns with the photography, but it is still manageable. And also strangely, there is no beauty filter, and I find by default there is some degree of beautify applied. So, on a final note, at rupees 10,999, which translates to around US dollar 162, there is no room for big complaints against the Le1s, and we can cast aside the few drawbacks for the sheer value of for money it brings. A few concerns I had, especially on the camera, can be sorted out with the software update, which I feel the LeEco will be doing. So the positives of this phone, which I felt, is that it has an amazing build quality, good looks, 1080 display is good. Overall, it's a great performer. Fingerprint scanner comes handy. It has a 32GB onboard storage, good audio, and a good battery life. And if I have to pick some negatives, it will be that selfie camera could have been better. Again, I stress that it can be sorted out with a software update. And then there is no expandable storage in case you want a storage more than 33 GB. So that's about the Le1s review. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel in case you have not done already. This is Lakshman signing off for TechRaman. Have a great day. Cheers.